madilim. Parang maning aswang. So dark. Makita nyo guys? Bakit madilim itong picture na? Where's the light? Wala the spoon. You know that it's still cool down. Maybe not waiting one moment. Nakakabarat na nito guys. Where's the light? Let's open. Did you get water? Ibaba. Walang ilaw. Ayan, mailaw na pinaksan. Hahanapin kita sa panahon. May bag pala dito guys. Naka-live yung bag ko, George. Naka-live yung bag. Nilagay kasi yung tanga dyan, oh. Baba ko lang guys, ang aking nag-open ako ng maaga. Maaga tayo. Ang aking mga premiere ay iti-check ko ay nalimutan ko na. So, saan na yung ibang premiere? So, mayroong 20 at saka 19. Yung ano ko guys, nagloko. Hindi ako maka-upload ng nag-froze ata yung white. Hindi ako maka-upload ng aking video guys. Di ko alam. Wait. Dito tayo sa yung mga kalat. Tingnan nyo sa likod. Diyos ko, natulog ang maaga. Nagising ako maaga. Nako, kaninang umaga, dig na rin. Sis, alas 4 na umaga pala ako nagising. Tapos, may primero pala ako ng mga 6. Ngayon, si ata, di ko na naabutan kasi natulog ako nagbalik. Natulugan kong cellphone ko, nabagsak na, nalimutan ko na kasi alas 4 pa pala dito. So, sa Pilipinas, alas 5 na, mag-alas 6. Sobrang aga pa pala dito. Kasi naka-alarm yung cellphone ko. Pagtingin ko, ang aga pa pala, antok na antok pa ako sa premiere. So, may premiere, di ko na naabutan, si Bruno. Nireplay ko na lang, guys. Nag-premiere yung premiere ko, pero si Sidang naka-lives. Binaba ni Sidang. Pero gumising ulit. Ako sabi ko, naka-alarm yung cellphone ko. Pero ang next pala mag-play kay Bruno. Ngayon, nalimutan ko na. Di na ako nakahabol, guys. Natulog ako pagbalik. Naka-live si Sidang ng 2 oras. Tapos hinabol ko yung akin. Ngayon, nag-play ata doon maya pa. Nilagay ko yung cellphone ko doon sa lamisa. Pagtingin ko, ay mag-alas 6 na pala, hinabol ko. Nawala na. Nandun ako, pero saglit nilagay ko doon. Nakapikit yung mata ko. Wala talagang hiya itong whitey na ito. Yung bubuang. Natulog ako, balik, grabing antok ko pa. Hirap talaga yung magkaibang oras, guys. Kailangan tayong maghabol. Binalik ko ulit, nag-alarm. May alarm yan eh. Sabi niya, yung katabi ko dito, sabi niya, yung asawa ko, bakit ang aga mo? Anong pinaggagawa mo dyan? Ang aga-aga. Patayin mo yan, ang ilaw. Mailaw nga, di bang cellphone? Patayin mo yan, alas 4 pa lang. Anong ginagawa mo? Ay, nabuang na tayo dito sa YT. Minsan, ang premier ko, nag-play ng mag-isa. Pag hindi ako nag-alarm, nag-play ng mag-isa yan. Ilang beses na yan, digna, nag-play ng mag-isa. Buti naka-live si Sidang. Kung hindi na, wala na. Mag-isa na naman siya. Kaya nga, iba kasing oras. May nag-live din ata si Glinda kagabi, alas 3 daw ata. Yun, alas 4 sa atin. Sa ibang time rin kasi sa Japan. Yung Pilipinas at Japan, kumbaga, pagitan ata nila 1 hour ahead. 1 hour ata, di ko alam. Pero pag dito naman nag-play sila ng alas 4, madaling araw naman dito, alas 3 ng madaling araw, di tulog na naman ako noon. Pero nakasit na yung akin sa Pilipinas. Ganun nangyari sa akin. Minsan kasi pag may halimbawa, may nag-premiere ng alas 4, alas 5. Pilipinas time. So ako naman yan, tulog. May nagla-live ng alauna, alas 2. Tulog na tulog pa ako niyan kasi alas 2 pa dito na madaling araw. So hindi magkaibang ang oras. Napagod na ako dito sa hotel. Nag-ikot kami dito sa mall dito. Paikot-ikot doon. Ang sakit na yung paa ko. Ang laki ng mall dito. Nanawa na ako kakaikot sa lugar na to. Parang wala pa rin ako makitang mga puno ng niyog. Yung kaibigan ko kanina, nangyaya. Kakain daw kami sa Philippine Store. Sabi ko, nangyaya ka, ikaw magbayad. Sinundo ako dito. Kumain kami doon sa Philippine Store. Ano na kami dito? Nakarating kami dito Friday. Mag-ano na kami dito, 3 days. Tatlong araw na kami dito. So sana bukas ay kukunin namin, tawagan namin yung may-ari ng bahay, kung ibigay nila yung susi, lilipat na kami. Kung sinabi nilang bukas, ibigay yung susi, lilipat na kami doon. Pag sinabing Merkulis pa kayo mga lipat, mag-intay pa kami dito ng hanggang Merkulis pa, 3 days pa, ulit. Oo. Naintay namin yung bahay na i-release ng housing bago kami lilipat. May 3 days ata, guys. 3 days. Troy, Port your expat, Migalab shout out, Josephine Gomez. Lagyan na. Baka may na to si Troy. Ano tong Ramex? ano, jacket. It's okay how somehow unsubscribing to you from some other live streaming. Thank you very much, Troy, expat. Thank you very much for patamsak. Wait natin to. Ano siya, guys? Bakit kaya nag-cross yung YTC, guys? Hindi ako makaano ng mga video. Nag-ano siya, di ko alam bakit. Nag-hang ata. We galab shout out sa'yo, Troy. From the other live stream. Are you in the US? Yes, sir. We here now in the US. We here in Texas. Buti naka-holiday ako kaya to nagsusumbing siya. Ayan, Digna, kausapin mo. Ayan, nasa taas mo. Nako guys, nasusumbi na rin ako dito sa kakawaiti. Nandito pa yun guys, oh. Yung binili ko na ano, cassava cake. Let's eat cassava cake from Philippine store here in Texas. They have a lot of restaurant here. Kain mo na guys. Kausapin mo nga yan, Digna. Baka maubos yung ano ko, yung tinago ko na ano. Digna, kausapin mo nga yan. Baka yung soulmate mo yan. Baka yung soulmate mo, Digna, andyan sa tabi. Kausapin mo yan, Digna. Baka yan yung soulmate mo na nasa tabi-tabi. Kahapon may pumasok dito, 4. Di namin kilala, di ko kilala. Hindi ko nilagyan ng hindi ko nilagyan ng damit. Baka may yun. Baka iba yun, di mabasa yung pangalan. At saka walang profile. Siya mayroong profile eh. So, ibig sabihin, yan siya. YouTuber din. Ayun guys, kain muna tayo ng cassava cake from United States. Cake from United States, Philippines. Baka yun siya, kano. Troy for your expat. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going now. Goodbye also, Digna. Vlog taker. Ayan, Digna. Umaalis na raw siya, Digna. Di mo ka nausap po. Ayaw niyang magbaba ng bahay. Digna, kinausap ka, Wala siyang bahay o binaba. Nag-ano lang sa tamsak. Naghanap lang ata ng yan, Digna. Hinahanap ka ata yan, Digna. Sino to? Nasa baba. Pinagmasdan ko yung ko kasi kahapon may 4 di namin kilala. May pumasok na Claudine. Nasa baba, di ko kilala. Sino yan? Claudette. Memory. Pa-jacket sa Sisi. Pa-jacket Sisi. Okay, meron ka ng jacket. May profile eh. Ayan guys, magbaba lang kayo ng mga bahay dyan. Digna sa mga may premiere. Pa-jacket yan sis. Ako yan. Ikaw ba yan? Hindi nga, ikaw yan? Ikaw pala yan, di ko kilala. Ayan, may jacket ka na. May jacket ka na, Hindi na ako nag-jacket pag hindi ko kilala. Kasi may nakapasok daw ngayong mga dito sa YTC, guys. Mga ibang lahi ata. Kaya pala. Maaga pa kasi sa Pinas. Ano pa lang, Well, alas 6 na ata doon. Alas 6 na doon sa atin. Lumabas na dyan, digna. Walang ginawa dito sa loob ng ano, kundi kakain. Paano tayo dito kasi ano ba yung tawag, no? Paano ba tayo dito magpa-sexy katulad ni Digna, kain ng kain dito. Tatalon ata ako dito, oh. Bagong gawa mo pala yan. 3 ng account mo, 4. Di ko na, nalimutan ko na guys. Ang dami kasi yung iba, maraming ano, galamay. Yung galamay ko, ano lang, si Marie. 11:22 p.m. na, gabi na, matulog ka na. Gabi na dyan, oh. Kaiba tayong oras, ang layo mo. Mayroon isa si Buboy, kaso hindi nila natanggap yung isa kong anak. Kaya ang binaba ko na lang yung anak kong babae. Naubos ko ng kasaba, oh, sa sarap. Gumawa na ako ng ibang alagad para makipag-barteran. Ha. Oo, pwede yan. Naniwala ka bang di ka nalagasan kahit may alagad ka? Napagod ako gumawa ng alagad. Bawal pala yung alagad mo ang mag-play ng mga video mo. Mayroon daw na kahit yung alagad mo, makikita pa rin na siya ang naglaro ng video mo. Na-try mo na ba na mag-play na sa alagad mo na ang gamit mo yung ibang account mo? Pero piniplay mo yung account mo na main. Marami daw nakalusot niyan, pero ang iba, nilag out nila yung main account. Tapos ang ginawa nila, piniplay yung nila, yung second account, third account. Basta ibang IP address. Ay, hindi ako pwede kasi magkapareho ang address eh. Pero may yung babae, ginawa niya sa Pinas, hindi, muntik na raw siya na kasi parehong address ginawa niya. Muntik na siya mawarningan ni Lolo. Pero parehong address, mahirap. Mayroon pa akong tubig. Diba? Asa na mga tao, guys? Nawala na, digna. Puso ko ay nabihag. Oo nga, gabi na pala, digna. Matulog ka na, oh. Alas 11 na dyan, alas 12 na pala. Kailangan ko i-reset ko yung YT ko, guys. Ayaw mag-download ng mga video. Anong nangyari doon? Nag-upload ako ng mga video, ayaw niya. Nag-frozen ata. I-reset daw yung account mo. Di ko na alam yan ano nangyari dyan. Mamaya na lang yun bago ako matulog. Anuhin ko. Maraming mga premier na yan. Right? Pagising ko lang, Ares Vlog. Thumbs up, Dan. And shout out. Nagkwentuhan kami ni Digna kasi si Digna matutulog na. Nagkwentuhan na lang kaming dalawa. Hindi ako maka-upload guys sa YT, di ko alam. Yung YT ko nag-frozen. Mayroon ba akong premiere? Marilu, Duka, shout out, Ares. Kapatid, pagising ko lang. Ang aga natin Hindi ako maka-upload. Kailangan ko ata i-start yung cellphone ko. Di ko alam. Baka nabuang ang cellphone ko, guys. Hindi na gumalaw. Yung cellphone ko hindi gumalaw. Hindi na gumalaw yung YT. Kailangan ko atang i-start. Mamaya, i-start ko yan. Bakit yan hindi na gumalaw, Aris? Puno ng mga sa GC, sa lahat. Yung ko, puno na. Hindi na siya makaikot. Magsialang ka ako kaya ayun guys, nagbaba ng bahay. Ang mga bahay. Yung cellphone ko nag-stuck na naman guys. Kailangan ko tanggalin lahat yan. Pati yung niya. Yung cover niya. At kailangan ko i-start. Nabura na nga. Nabura na lahat. Hindi na gumalaw. Na-stroke na ata to. Yung YT na na-stuck. Tay guys, ko muna mga ga. Tanggalin ko muna kasi medyo ayaw niya. Kailangan ko tanggalin, guys. Napanood ko yung premiere mo. Kahit nasin ko sa'yo, kapatid, kanina. Di kita naabutan kasi natulog ako. Nasin ko sa'yo kanang umaga. Oh, napanood ko yun kanina. Kaya ka, mamaya ako isend sa'yo. I-lock off ko muna ang aking cellphone, guys. Kanang umaga pinanood ko, balikan ko ulit. Wait. How to open this door? Okay. Can you open this one? I can open my phone. Mamaya kasi nag-ano yung phone ko.
What the
Pinabox.
fuck is this?
That's the inside this one. Yeah, it's not work the YouTube folder. Hindi pa. Tinanggalan ko na, oh. Ayaw kasi mag-ano. Siguro nalumos sa ano niya. Ayaw, pare baka may ano nga, yung YT ang ano, problema. Ni-reset ko muna ito. Ayaw na gumalaw yung YT niya. Ewan kay ano yan, oh, ginamit ko. Kay Carl Brian yan, ginamit ko. Sabi niya wala nang CPR yan. Sana wala yung CPR. Ayan guys, nagbawa si Jason. Nasa taas. Pinanood ko to kanina, kapatid. Umaga, na-replay. Nalimutan ko lang sa'yo. I-send yung ano. Yung... Nalimutan ko i-send sa'yo yung ano kanina. Pinanood ko siya. Lang araw mo na nagamit. Kanina kay ano pala, si Claudine Memory idikit. Kailangan burahin yung white tapos i-ano muna. Ayan guys, watch kay Aris replay yung premiere niya. Nagbaba rin guys si Jason Vlog. Kailangan ko ano yung cellphone ko na may ano naman. Naka-live si Mami oh. Tay ka guys, ano ko muna sa nag-cruising kasi to siya. Yeah, I can do it. I can download all the things. Oh, ayaw talaga niya. Ayaw niya mag-download. Ni-remove ko na yung white pero hindi na matanggal. Andyan pa rin siya. Oo, iba yung iPhone. Ito na Samsung. Ayaw kasi niya mabuksan ko yung YT siya. Nag siya, hang. Na-stroke na siya. Siya, pero ayaw kang mag-download. Di ko alam, baka wala na akong data na ito. Ibang format ng Android at phone. I don't know. I can touch my phone. White now is hard. I can. Tarzan Jean Vlog, mega love shoutout po. Host, good morning. Mayroon ka ng damit. Spring recovery, nandyan guys. Yeah, I can do
many problems.
Mark Unger's issues with drugs and gambling had cost him his job.
He was a pathological gambler.
Oh, but
He
download
was a drug addict. And this was affecting his personality.
He spent as much as 6 months at a time in rehab.
Florence actually said at one point it almost seemed like rehabilitation had become his job.
Police also learned that Florence had filed for divorce 2 months before her death and had moved on to another relationship.
There was evidence of a relationship that Flo had become involved in, and this individual was a close friend of Mark's as well. So it was a
Dinilit ko muna guys.
difficult circumstance at best.
Nasa cellphone ko
Investigators
naghahang.
discovered that Florence had seen this man just a few days before her death, and that Mark might have known about it.
I believe on that deck that it's a very real possibility that something about Florence's relationship came out.
And now, yet another potential motive emerged. Florence had 2 life insurance policies with a combined value of $750,000, and Mark was the sole beneficiary.
There's no question that Flo was worth more dead to Mark than she was alive.
Even stranger, just 5 days before his wife's death, Mark had a run of bad luck at a local casino.
Kailan ko mag-delete na? Kailangan ko mag-delete dito.
$7,000 shortly before his fateful trip. And I mean within days of that fateful trip.
And friends told investigators Florence didn't want to take the trip to the lake. In fact, she was afraid to go.
Flo's friends were all apprehensive. Several of her friends asked her, "Why are you doing this? Why are you going up there?"
She did not want to go, but she was afraid to go, and she admitted that to a neighbor.
And if that weren't enough, the resort owner gave police even more evidence, also circumstantial. He said when he told Mark he had found Florence's body, Mark didn't ask him where it was.
The resort owner absolutely positively testified that he did not tell Mark where Florence was.
But Mark appeared to know exactly where to go.
Mark ran right to Florence's body lying in the water without being told where she was at and without being able to observe her from his vantage point.
To prove this, investigators placed a mannequin in the water
Ewan, ayaw pa rin. Di
exactly
ko na
where
alam.
Florence's body was found. Then an investigator with a video camera stood at the exact spot where the resort owner told Mark his wife
Ayaw
was
pa
dead.
rin. Bininilig ko na lahat. Ay, hindi ako maka-upload ng mga
It's
videos.
clear the body can't be seen until the viewer is virtually on top of it.
Ayaw pa rin niya mag-upload, guys. Hindi ko alam.
But none of this
Na,
proves
nagbuisit
murder.
lang ako sa cellphone. Baka itapon ko na.
Investigators had no direct evidence linking Mark to Florence's death. That is,
Tinanggal ko na yung cover niya. Ayaw pa rin. Dinilig ko na iba dito.
and found a white smear.
The State Police Crime Lab found a white speck of what they believe was paint.
Investigators sent Mark's shoe, along with 6 different paint samples collected from the resort, to forensic scientist Keith Lamont.
I received several.
Ayan, ayaw talaga niya. Nag-froze ba yung may problema at ang whitey ayaw talaga mag-upload. Iwan ko basta yung cellphone ko ayaw
Which identifies the chemical makeup of the samples.
Pag pinindot ko yung upload sa YTC mo, ayaw.
Composition basically
Nag-froze
consists of
talaga
a
yung
solid,
white.
which is a liquid, a pigment,
Nag-frozen, guys. Hindi ko
and a
alam
binder.
bakit.
The binder, you can think of as blue.
Lamont found that the paint on Mark Unger's shoe was virtually identical to the paint on the railing and the post holding the railing.
The question paint sample from Mr. Unger's shoe was consistent chemically with the known paint from the rail.
Baka maitapon ko lang yung phone ko.
This pointed to only one logical
See? I
conclusion.
can't download the YT
Thankfully,
na.
Mark kicked that railing, and the paint stuff on the shoes.
So,
certainly
what are you mad about?
But
I can download it. I get.
to
So
get
banging it on the stairs gonna help it? Read what it says.
I know all
Huh?
about customization. That's why I love
Read what it
Mitchell.
says.
They customize my car.
Not
insurance,
say
so I
nothing.
pay for what I
I
need. How
can't.
about a throwback? Only pay for
Di
what
ba,
you
I
need.
buy the tablet out.
Let me see.
I need to get the, I need to buy the Samsung iPad because this one.
Chase, make more of what's yours. I may have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis, but we are so much more. We're team players and artists, designers and do-it-yourselfers, parents and friends. If joint pain,
Ayaw nga, ayaw mag-download
it's
siya.
time to talk to your doctor about Enbrel. Enbrel helps relieve joint pain and helps stop permanent joint
Ang
damage.
iPhone naman kasi mahirap gamitin, guys. Ito kasi Samsung, madali lang. Ang problema lang niya, minsan may tupak ito.
Enbrel may lower your
Sabi nila, minsan daw yung YT nag-frozen kaya hindi mo maka-upload ka ng mga video.
lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your
Dinilit
doctor
ko na
if
lahat, ayaw pa rin.
infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu. Visit Enbrel.com.
Dinilit ko na lahat ng video dito.
Enbrel. Eligible patients may pay as little as $5 per month.
Ang gawin ko dito, gawin ko ng institute.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein. Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and nutrients to support immune health.
What you see is what you get. It's what you get. I said what you see is what you get. Now that is what you get.
Hi, I'm William Shatner. It's officially the Medicare annual enrollment period, which means today is one of the only days of the year you can update your Medicare coverage and benefits. It's simple. 1, call the number on the bottom of the screen. 2, the agent will look up your zip code and explain what extra benefits you may be able to get, including expanded dental care, prescriptions, transportation,
Lahat na
and
guys.
meals.
Ewan ko dito.
And 3, check if your zip code has the benefit that adds up to $148
Tusok mo na kayo
a month.
dyan guys.
That's up to
Alilusin ko lang.
$1,700
Sabi ko
a
ayaw
year
ko lang.
added
Baka
to your
masira
Social
ko lang to
Security check.
I called to save money.
I called to check my zip code. I called to get everything I deserve. Don't miss the enrollment period deadline. Call now. It's free. Call 1-800-551-9917.
Do you want any of this?
1-800-551-9917
No?
now.
Investigators knew 2 important details about the death of Florence Unger. First, tests showed a 110-pound woman sitting or leaning against the deck railing could not have caused it to splinter. Second, forensic tests identified repair proteins in Florence's brain, scientific proof that she lay bleeding on the cement boat launch for about 90 minutes before she drowned in the lake. This made forensic history. It was the first time immunohistochemistry was used in a criminal case. 7 months after Florence's death, Mark Unger was charged with first-degree murder.
There's no question, if you look at the evidence in its totality, that Mark Unger made a calculated decision to take another person's life.
His lawyer said there was no case against him.
There is not one single eyewitness to anything. There are no confessions. There are no fingerprints.
Nabisit ko na to, kapatid.
Prosecutors believe Mark
Di ko alam kung
salvaged
whitey
their
ang
marriage,
problema.
but they think Florence said no. Mark became violent and pushed her over the railing. She hit her head on the boat launch 12 feet below. The evidence indicates she lay there bleeding for at least 90 minutes. Mark went back to their cabin and put the boys to bed. When he returned to the boat launch, he was probably surprised to learn that Florence was still alive.
What is this?
So he pushed her into the lake, where she drowned. But he didn't realize the size of the blood stain on the boat launch and the repair neurons in Florence's brain. Both told the story. In an attempt to make it look like an accident, Mark kicked the railing with his right foot, transferring paint to the tip of his shoe.
Oh, ayaw.
Where he kicked the railing was inconsistent with the location of the body.
He had every opportunity to call for help. He never did.
Wala. Ito lang yung phone ginamit ko at
He
saka
knew
laptop.
what to do after some time. He premeditated it.
Ang laptop ko kasi guys, walang mga video yan.
3 years after
Ang
Florence
cellphone kasi yan, ang ginamit ko. Kasi mas madali dalhin kaysa laptop.
sentenced to
Ang
life.
laptop kasi di natin madala kahit saan. Ang cellphone kasi madala kahit
when the
saan.
verdict was read. He was shocked at the verdict.
Oo,
He
mayroon.
anticipated going home that day.
Where's the SIM card is they put inside, right?
I am innocent. Florence's
It's
parents
locked
say
out my
her
phone right
death
now.
should never have happened.
While my daughter's death was a tragic and unnecessary event, I think there's a lesson.
What
to learn
happens when
from
you try to download?
it, And that is,
You're
a
doing
woman
that.
who
You
is
go
going through
your
a divorce
doing.
should avoid
Now, try to
contact
download. Let me see what it's
with her
doing.
estranged husband, unless it's absolutely necessary, and then with witnesses present, even though it might
Doing
be
this
contrary to the advice of her
that,
lawyer, and
and
even
click the YouTube.
if there's no history of
That
mental or physical
Okay.
abuse.
going right.
Okay.
But if you
Divorce
put
is a very
like this,
volatile situation,
no.
Wait.
and it is better to err on the side of caution
Create a title.
because
See, there's
even
stuff.
casual
Yeah,
contact
everything stops.
could result
That one.
in a dangerous or
Nothing
life-threatening
works.
event.
Hindi ka nag-work,
Florence's
guy. You
parents
walk,
were
you
raising her
white
children
Well,
and keep a small garden in her memory, although the grief is permanent.
I miss her every single minute. Every single
How
minute.
about to reset naman?
And I hope he thinks about what he's done
Can you still hold the
for the
screen down?
rest of his miserable life.
It's not, this page
Mark
here.
Unger
Yeah,
almost got away
Ghana.
with murder.
See?
Only scientific analysis of brain tissue and his shoes ensured he didn't.
How he could think that he was gonna get away with it, I can't imagine.
Can't add a year.
to establish that Florence was alive for an extended period of time before she was placed in the water was crucial. Very important.
It was a great, reminder that, things aren't always as what they seem, not always what people try to portray them to be.
Yeah, why don't you do it? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, it might need to update. Did you check to see if YouTube, the app needs to update?
No.
There was a break-in and a murder. It looked like an execution
My first thought.
Nag-stuck nga lahat. Di ko alam.
until a closer look at the forensic evidence revealed the truth.
That was definitely a stage scene.
May ano yan siya, memory sa loob.
If you restart a phone,
One of
will
the
you
best
lose that
defense
video?
lawyers in San
I
Antonio,
don't know.
Texas, was Leslie Vaughn.
Leslie was a workaholic.
It's not gonna lose the video, still there.
Reach that status of perfectionism. Leslie was a perfectionist. He really was.
You ever want to
Not
do seven?
surprisingly, as a defense attorney, Vaughn's practice also included
Tinry niyang
He did have clients involved.
ayaw
in drug
para
trade.
nang natigok.
He did have
Yung
clients
hindi na
that were,
nagalaw.
identified themselves with different
Buisit na ako.
organized crime groups.
on the night
Baka
of
bibili ako
November
ng tablet
10,
ata.
1998. Leslie's wife was working the night shift as a nurse at the local hospital. Leslie and his two sons were home that night.
May SIM card dyan siya, kaya ako nilagyan siya para hindi siya
16-year-old
matigok.
Brian
Ganun
said
pa
he
rin.
heard a loud
Ayan.
bang coming from his father's bedroom.
Wala kasi ang mahal kasi ng cellphone ng 64 gig. Umabot ata ng $1,000. Wala namang pambiling cellphone na ganyan. Tapos bumili ang cellphone mahalin.
In a
Tapos
panic,
mabagsak
Brian
lang.
called
Ako.
911.
Di ako bumili ng cellphone sobrang mahal kasi pag nababa, mabilis masira sa kamay ko. Ang cellphone ko hanggang 400 lang yan. Ayaw kong bumili yung sobrang mahal. Kasi ilang cellphone na yan nasisira. Yung isa sumabog, sunod na naman. Masisira na naman yan siya.
Brian took his 11-year-old brother to his neighbor's house.
He indicated it might have been, maybe somebody in the house, and that's why he was getting his brother.
I'll just find the phone like 64 gig for the YouTube.
When paramedics arrived, they broke down the bedroom
Yeah,
door
phone.
and found Leslie Vaughn.
Yeah, maybe because the data that
There
was
was a
is not
single
enough or
gunshot wound to his head.
You don't know what's wrong with him. Why don't you freaking
There was a
Google
large
search it right now?
limestone rock on the bedroom floor and a broken window, the killer's apparent point of entry.
The French doors open to a balcony. And
yung
one of the
apps
doors
ng
has
YouTube.
very large,
Try mo nga kapatid kung gumana yung YouTube apps.
and the
Try ka
size
mag-download
break
ng
out
mga
glass
video.
could accommodate a room.
Kasi nag-cross yung YT ata. Yung YT lang may problema. Naka-start na lahat. Ayaw pa rin siya. Hindi naman siya gumalaw.
Bullet was found in
Pati
the
ata yung AdSense ko dyan, na-stuck na rin.
The bullet had 6 grooves with a white twist, which would commonly indicate Smith & Wesson semi-automatic 9mm.
Look, it works now.
but
What?
the motive
It
for
works
the
now.
murder
Here, put the
is
title.
unclear.
There? What you do?
I restarted the phone.
Control still intact. There was no indication of the wardrobe open or somebody ransacked or
What?
searching for something.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to title it. Title it, I'm retarded.
So there was no indication.
No, what is doing this?
Restart the
Leslie
phone.
Vaughn was just 44 years old.
Stop your mouth then.
You stop your mouth. You the program.
No, I restart this one.
I restarted. No, I restarted the phone.
2 times.
You shut the phone off
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah.
You shut it off all the way because I didn't hear it go doo and restart like it does when it does the cricket
What
logo.
went through my mind is that maybe it
I'm
was
doing that.
from a client, somebody who's mad at him.
Homicide detective Alfred Damiani broke the news to Leslie's wife, Madeline.
Do you see what I had to deal with? You see this? This is what I gotta deal with right here. I gotta deal with. I restart the phone. No, you didn't.
I restart that one.
No, you didn't. I didn't hear.
restart that
I
one.
didn't hear it do the thing where it restarts. Goes. Boo. I did not hear that.
I restart that. You not hear that because you're begging. Oh my.
You better hold on. We're falling.
Alright, move. I said move.
I'll move when Bev and Dick show up. Where's Bev and Dick? Bev and Dick, make a love shout out. And BBC. Pretty BBC.
Oh my God, you're so heavy.
Make more of what you.
So, can I bring it in the store so we can look the...
And do what?
No, we gotta go tomorrow at the phone store.
And do what?
I need to look they have around this one.
Superpowers.
What?
Samsung Galaxy
You want a new phone?
S10. Look like it's better than one for vlogging.
No.
Yes, George.
No.
You buy a gun, now you buy a phone. A phone that I can vlog.
You can vlog with that.
This one is sometimes not work. It's
No,
$400 phone, this one.
It's a user error.
$500 of dental credit, up to $1,272.
Or just give it along the tablet.
Up to $144 added back to your social security check every month.
It's easy to see.
How can you vlog the big
But a
one?
tablet, you're gonna have to. Okay.
Cell phone is easy to vlog. That's why you need a 64 gig. This one only 32.
$3,500 of dental credit.
The data is only 32. That's why I'm looking for the
And
expensive.
up to $144 added back to your social security check every month.
Ay, naku, nabuang na ako dito. Aris.
At 800-561-4628.
Try ko muna kung okay na
That's
to. Wait, wait.
800-561-4628. Go Medicare. We get you more benefits.
I just heard something amazing. One medication is approved to treat and prevent migraines.
Nurtec is the first.
Nanghinayang kasi ako, girl, bumibili ng mahal. Di talaga ako mahilig sa mahalin na gamit tapos nasisira lang. Lalo ako, binagsak ko yan pag nagbuwisit ako. Binabagsak ko yan pag, lalo pag hindi naggumana, inahagis ko yan. Buti nga, hindi tumama doon sa siminto. Sumabog naman siya doon. Kaya hindi ako bumili yung mga bago ngayon. Maraming bago ngayon pero ayaw ko gumamit ng iPhone kasi mahirap gamitin. Pagdating sa mga whitey. Ang problema lang dito, minsan okay naman siya kaso minsan ayaw siya. Kailangan pala to i-start ka ng start dito. Binura ko na yung ibang dito app.
That's 1-800-919-2100.
At Leslie Vaughn's funeral,
Yung asawa ko yung taga-ayos niyan. Minsan nababad trip na yan sa akin. Pugutan ako ng ulo niyan.
But they were actually reduced to tears because Leslie Vaughn was in that box. But we couldn't agree.
In a search for the killer, the Vaughn family told
Mahilig kasi ako sa yan. Itong cellphone na to, matagal mga isang taon na ata.
And they picked the phone up, nobody would say anything. So basically, just dead air.
Unfortunately, phone records couldn't determine the origin of the calls. For investigators, their first task was to eliminate the victim's wife, Madeline, as a possible suspect. Hospital records confirmed she was working on the night of the murder and had never left the premises.
Madeline she was leaving, she was stunned, she was in shock. She was
Hindi, ang gawin mo, pagbago yan, gamitin mo, pag-upload siya sa para di mo
On the night of the murder, as a matter
yung
of
phone na to, ano na yan?
Brian Vaughn's
Is this 1 year, right? We buy this one?
since he was in the house.
It's already 1 year, my phone.
These are the small
No, it's your phone, not mine.
left behind when
Yeah, but I need to you can upgrade this phone.
If a person fired
You probably upgrade it.
within a 24-hour
I
period,
think you
it is
can.
very likely
Only
that
the
it will
S10, I think you
gunshot
can.
residue.
But under
Kaya
the
ka tumawag yung
scanning
Pinas.
microscope magnified up to
Tumawag ang
10,000
Pinas.
Which could upgrade your cookie.
The test
Bago lang bili ito kasi may cellphone ako sumabog. Bago lang to. Ayan oh, hindi pa nga na.
below the
Mga ano na ata to.
they couldn't find
Mga
any evidence
5
of
buwan.
static or even any
Ay di, mag-isang taon na rin. Pero bago na, may plastic pa siya. Oh, di natanggal. Ay maybe George, look, it still have plastic.
Climb up here and get up to the second floor of this wooden deck
You see the
and
cover?
get into this residence.
If the ground had been
The
disturbed
plastics would
by
stop it from downloading.
Yeah.
footprints or ladders,
Listen to yourself. The plastic stopped it from downloading.
Investigators felt it would have been impossible to throw the rock from the yard. It weighed
Ayan ang abnormal oh. Like,
You're a retard.
Very strong to be able to
You
go
read
up
there
and
too.
and twinkle right through that
Oh.
glass.
Do I call you when the tanks don't
If
start?
there was any activity, anybody walking around back
Oh.
there, absolutely no evidence of it.
What?
and investigators found another inconsistency.
What?
There was
Wala ba? Kami sa bahay. Wala pang bahay.
floor
We-
and all over Leslie Vaughn's body.
And ask him if there was a process which he planned to use to
May mga premier ka ba? Ayan sa taas. Ayan guys, baba yung mga premier nyo dyan. Gumana na yung phone ko. Wala, may ano na, may ano na. Ewan ko, tinatry kong mag-upload kung nando na ba guys. Tingnan.
You want to preserve anything that is on that rock as far as lady prints, fingerprints. You want to make sure that there's no way if, by using a brush that it's going to come off.
Unfortunately,
This Mac TV, shout
the
out.
test was unsuccessful.
Tamsak. Ayan guys, magbaba na lang kayo mga premier nyo.
An
Magtusok.
inconsistency in Brian's
Aris.
story.
Sino ba to?
Brian
Ibaba ko
called
yung mga
911 to
premier.
report the shooting
Kay
at
Sidang, mayroon
1:46
siyang
a.m.
premier. Pakibaba na lang guys, sino may mga premier. Tinanggal ko sa lagayan.
But Brian took his brother to his neighbor's house 20 minutes earlier at 1:24.
Brian told the boys that he had already placed a 911
Ay,
and that he was
hold
going
on
back to
guys.
the house to wait for the police.
When I asked both Mr. and
Nabuang na
Mrs.
talaga
Floyd
ako.
what time it was, they both told me it was exactly 1:24 a.m. according to this clock that they had in the bedroom.
Brian arrived at the Floyd's house at 1:24 a.m. Did not call 911 until 1:46.
What was Brian doing for these 20 minutes?
Domino's new oven-baked dips are so new that we made a new commercial about their newness. Try new flavors like our cheesy marinara, baked apple, or hot and melty 5 cheese with our not new but still delicious twists. Carry out Domino's new oven-baked dips and twist combos or any 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each.
Sige, wait. May inaano ako. Kung
It's out decorating the neighbors season. It's Walgreens season.
What a pain in the ass.
If it's let's wrap this up season, it's Walgreens season.
If you have thyroid eye disease and you go through artificial tears in the blink of an eye, or Your eyes feel like they're getting kicked in the backside. It might be time to discover another treatment option for thyroid eye disease, also known as TED. To learn more, visit treatted.com. That's treatted.com.
What do we want for dinner?
Burgers! I want a bucket of chicken!
It's the easiest because it's the cheesiest. For the win-win.
Finding stuff is hard, but finding your show.
Oo, nagagalit na yan siya.
Search for shows with just
Minsan
your voice
nag-bad
across
trip
live
na
TV
yan.
and all streaming apps.
Hey, you see my glasses?
They're here somewhere.
Voice search across live TV and streaming apps with Dish.
Nanghinayang naman ako.
It's my 405.
May ano pa din, plastic.
Migraine medicine. It's Ubrelvy for any time, anywhere migraine strikes, without worrying if it's too late or where I am. One dose can quickly stop my migraine in its tracks.
Ayan o, may
within
mga
2
plastic
hours.
pa.
Unlike older medicines, Ubrelvy is a pill that directly blocks CGRP protein.
Wala pa yung gas-gas, oh. Nakita niyo, wala pang gas-gas.
Most
May
common side
plastic
effects
pa
are
siya.
nausea and tiredness.
Ask about
Muntik ko na to ihagis. Dalawang bisis na yan, nabagsak.
Hi, folks. Medicare open enrollment is simple. 1. Call the number on your screen. 2.
Ay,
The
naku,
agent will
buhay.
look up your zip code to see if you're able to eliminate copay.
Hayaan ko muna yan, guys. Wala pang trabaho. Kaya pag nagtrabaho na lang ako, bibili ako ng ano, ng, yung S ata, yung ano ngayon, yung Samsung na, kahit ano, yung mahal pa rin yung Samsung na S10 ata yun. Mayroon ngayon bagong 20 na sa 1,200 ata, sobrang mahal. Kaya hindi ako nagsisilpo ng mahalin, guys. Hanggang ano lang, 300. Ang bala kong kumuha ng cellphone na yung 64 gig kasi nga, yun na lang gamitin pag pag-vlog ka. Kumbaga maraming space siya. Ito kasi, nilagyan nilang memory. Pero minsan ano yun, hang yung cellphone na to. Parang di niya kaya yung ano, marami kang i-upload dyan. 32 lang yan. Kailangan ka magbura ka ng magbura. Wala naman ako ibang gamit kundi ito lang laptop at saka cellphone. Ang cellphone kasi, kahit nakahiga ako, nag-reply ako sa inyo, cellphone yung hawak ko. Ang laptop kasi di naman mahawakan. Malaki. Ang cellphone kasi kahit natutulog ka, nagtuting-ting ka ng cellphone. Katabi mo ang laptop, ang laki naman, dala-dala mo. Sa labas, malaki rin yung laptop, dala-dala.
That Brian's car caught on fire 3 months before his father's murder. The origin was suspicious.
There was an emergency call, the vehicle was totaled and had to be put out. There's some question as to whether or not Brian was responsible.
Dati yung iPhone ko, ang gamit, nasira. Na hindi na ako nag-iPhone.
Whether Leslie Vaughn suspected this or not is unclear. But he offered to buy Brian a used car to replace the one ruined in the fire. Apparently,
pero wala kayong cellphone ng asawa ko. Ang tagal na yan. Yung cellphone niya, sobrang tagal na yan. Ha? Nakadalawang cellphone na ako. Siya, isa pa lang. Kaya nagagalit na yan sa akin. Siya, nagagalit na.
The argument continued when they got home up until the early evening hours of the night of the murder. According to Chris, Brian retaliated by threatening
ayun na, nawala na ang ating tugtog.
Relinquishing any chance of a college scholarship.
Nawala na si Kukurukuman.
He did exchange between him and his father in Brian Vaughn's bedroom, and that this thing occurred about 11:30 at night.
Oo, minsan nabubisit na sa kinukulit ko sa
The
cellphone.
entire bedroom for fingerprints and found no foreign prints, only those of family members.
Sa susunod, pag may ano na, okay na, may trabaho na ako na mismo ang bubili ng cellphone ko.
Brian's.
Ako na mismo ang bumili ng
in your own
cellphone ko.
house is not that significant, but given the fact that we have this story,
Kasi wala akong magawa siyang bumili niya at saka
it's just one more
lagi na lang
Investigators
sa paggamit
found
niyan,
shards
depende
of
ang
glass in the
cellphone sa
hallway
paggamit.
outside the bedroom, leaning towards the
Harang,
bedroom.
sabi ni Tony.
It was
Tony,
easy to
shout
see
out!
It was from the killer.
there's some trace evidence, some transfer blood and tissue to a wall right next to the door that exits the bedroom.
Ayan guys, pakitusukan nyo na lang si Sidang. Magbaba kayong mga premier dyan ha, sa baba.
And then inside of the bathroom, we found an additional glass shard. And then we found 2 black hairs.
Natamad na akong umano. So baka susunod na.
All of the
Anong
hairs from
binaba
that
ni ano?
bathroom were sent to the forensic
Awesome
lab
content.
for
Kumusta
analysis.
ka, Josephine? Mabuti naman, Tony. Kumusta ka na, Tony?
Overall characteristics, one would conclude as being a
Pakituso kay Sidang guys na kanyang palablab kay Sidang guys ng kanyang live bukas. Salamat po, sabi ni Tony. Maraming salamat.
Ian said his father's bedroom door was locked.
May mga premier.
One small detail
Sino pang may
that
mga
only
premier
the
baba
killer
na?
would know.
Oh, may ano pala premier si Car, ibaba natin.
There is no way that Brian Vaughn would have known that his dad had been shot if the door was locked and he could not gain entry.
The biggest evidence against Brian Vaughn was Brian Vaughn.
Investigators suspected that Brian used.
Ayan guys, ibaba ko yung may mga premier. Please connect to ano guys? Car Brian sa kanyang premier.
To his friends and his office manager that he would have had a gun in his knife.
Ibaba ko yung may mga premier.
No gun was found there. We understood that he has had 9mm guns. In
Kapatid,
the past as well,
Bruno.
unless he was killed with 9mm. The gun was, in this case, though, never found.
Finally, investigators interviewed
Noemi
the only other person
Pagaduan,
inside
mayroon
the
siyang
house at the
bagong
time of the
premier.
murder, Brian's younger brother, Chris.
We asked
Thank you very much, Tony Escaros. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
We asked him, could Brian kill your dad? I don't know. He's very athletic, but I don't know if he could. Would he kill your dad? I don't know. Which is an unusual response as opposed to no, he wouldn't do it, no, he couldn't do it, no, he would never do it.
Thank you very much. Very much, Tony. Maraming salamat. Please connect guys sa may mga premier. Please connect to Tony guys. Nagbaba siya ng kanyang bahay.
Please connect, so just shut up.
YT pa more for new phone.
It's true. With diabetic retinopathy, excess
Ano?
damaged blood vessels
Digna.
causing vision loss or even
Kailan kaya ako yan makakuha ng YT para bilhin ko yung cellphone na mahalin?
your long-term diabetes.
Digna.
See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision.
Guys, kailan kaya yung YT para mabili ko yung 1,000? Kulang pa guys, ang cellphone sobrang mahal. Yung anong bagong cellphone ngayon nalibuhin. Mayroon siyang guys, on the way sa'yo, Tony. Online baro carbons.
Only pay for what you need.
Metastatic breast cancer is relentless, but I'm relentless every day. And having more days is possible with Verzenio, proven to help you live.
On the way kay Tony ngayon.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver
Di ko nga mabili,
symptoms include fatigue, appetite
Tigna, hindi ko talaga mabili. Ang gusto ko na cellphone na gusto kong mahalin, parang ang bigat sa bulsa. Iniisip ko masisira. Baka masisira siya, sobrang sayang. Liman kapag bumili ka ng 1,200 na cellphone, tapos mabagsak mo lang. Eh lalo yung kamay ko maano sa gamit, mabilis nakakasira lagi ng gamit. Kung noon pa sana bumili na ang bagong cellphone nung nagtrabaho ako. Talagang hindi ko talaga pinangarap yung sobrang mahaling cellphone. Kasi mabilis yung kamay ko nakakasira. Kahit anong gadget na mahalin, nasisira o talaga. Kaya iniiwasan ko yung mahal-mahal dyan. Kasi nga, pero siguro sa sunod na pag may trabaho na ako, yun na talaga ang next ko pang vlog talaga siya. Yung pang vlog ng ano. Hindi na ako bibili ng mga tablet, cellphone na lang yung i-carry mo siya kahit saan. Pero dalawang isip pa rin ako kasi nakakasira nga ako ng gamit, mabilis. Butas ng bulsa mo doon kasi ang cellphone sobrang mahal. Yung mga bago ngayon na mahilig ka sa mga bagong cellphone ngayon na labas na mga bago. Yun, habol ka ng habol mga cellphone ngayon na mga nasa 1,000 ata dito. Yung iba nasa 12 ata. Yung iba nasa 1,000 plus.
3 months.
May bago ngayon yung Samsung na 12 ata 11. Pero hindi ko na kailangan yung mga cellphone na may pabago-bago hanggang 12 kasi pareho lang naman. Ang gusto ko lang talaga yung magamit mo pang vlog na kailangan mo maraming space. Mahirap lang kasi mahal yung niya. Babayaran yung ata. Mayroon dyan 65 for sobrang mahal.
Prosecutors believe Brian waited until his father went to sleep.
Watching now, Tony.
His little brother and took him to the neighbor's house. He told his neighbor
talagang kung gustuhin ko guys bumili ng cellphone, nakabili na ako.
He said he already called 911.
Kung talagang gustuhin kong bumili ng mahaling cellphone noon pa kasi nakailang trabaho na ako, hindi ko nabili. Ang ginawa ko lang, inipon pang padala sa Pinas. Yan yung ginawa ko, tigna. So hindi ko na biniling cellphone, pero itong year na to at pag makita na akong trabaho talagang cellphone ang
after he was dead. The evidence suggests Brian locked the bedroom door and tracked shards of glass through the hallway on his way to
watching now, Tony, sa iyong video.
He disposed of the murder weapon and
5 rounds.
His bloody clothing is unknown. 22
Okay,
minutes
check
after
natin
taking
nawala
his
yung
father to the neighbors, Brian finally called 911. The call was full of inconsistencies. In January of 2000, Brian Vaughn went on trial for the murder of his father, and he was tried as an adult.
Done watching, Tony, sa iyong new video. Thank you very much.
To pull off something as horrendous as that was, if you were in your right mind.
The defense said an intruder.
Ayan guys, magbaba kayong mga video dyan.
Blood on the balcony outside the bedroom made it clear that the shooter came from inside the house, and Brian's fingerprints were the only ones on the broken French door. Brian also lied about the 911 call and clearly knew information only the killer would know. The jury found Brian Vaughn guilty.
The jury says the punishment of the defendant, Brian Vaughn, had confinement for 33 years.
This is a kid that
Buti ka digna, ano ka?
figure out a way to do
Nakabili ka pa ng mahaling cellphone.
and probably had a college career
Pero
playing basketball.
hindi mo na ngayon sa baka next.
Few people can imagine a child killing a parent. But the evidence at the scene and evidence missing from the
Kasi
scene
wala
clearly
ng
showed
YT, guys.
what happened.
Kailangan, muna, magtrabaho tayo.
The lack of it, in some ways, was kind of compelling. It is something that he probably just thought of either days before or that night just planned it. But he slipped and he wasn't able to cover his tracks.
He provided all the necessary pieces to convict him. And in fact,
Kumain na ata yung asawa ko, nakahiga na.
you could not find him not guilty.
It takes days and weeks of investigation. Okay, it takes.
Oy, mayroon pala si Babe Official, mayroon siyang premiere. Malablab guys kay video ko sinirang hilaw ang kanyang premiere.
A child witnesses a brutal murder.
I had to point out my uncle.
They had a little 6-year-old girl who was saying it was her Uncle Clarence. Case closed.
Years later, the girl recanted, but the courts wouldn't let him go. Even DNA wasn't enough.
Do they want me to hand them the killer on a silver platter? Okay, that's what we'll do.
Jermar su Projecto Java. Anong pangalan? Jermar to Projecto Java. Please guys, connect yung mga ko. Sino pang nagbaba ng bahay? Si Tony nagbaba ng bahay, guys.
Sometime after midnight, her granddaughter Brooke heard a commotion.
Sino ito sa baba? Tony Isquero, live stream, dating dikit, tamsak, bakas din, pasilip lang. Sabi ni Digna.
But the intruder followed her
Sino
into
pa
the
to?
bedroom, knocked her unconscious,
Jiba
sexually
Lopez.
assaulted her, and left
Ayan
her
guys, yung mga binaba ko na may mga premiere dyan. May nagbaba ng bahay si Sino to? Si Jelmar?
found her grandmother dead.
Bago ata to. Undawin na sa'yo, Jelmar.
Brooke then ran to a neighbor's house for help. Incredibly, the neighbor made her wait outside.
Part of my left ear was missing and my whole left cheek was swollen. But she told me that her kids had to finish eating and she needed to get them dressed and everything. So she left me sitting on her porch for like 45 minutes.
Eventually, the neighbor drove Brooke home. Later that day, at the hospital, Brooke gave police a description of her attacker.
I'm coming.
He looked like my uncle. He had dark hair. He was about the same height.
All right, hold on, Bubba.
That's the only person I could think that he looked like.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Her uncle, Clarence Elkins, was the victim's son.
Watching kay Jelmar.
He lived about an hour's drive away and had no criminal record.
Iniwanan kita ng bakas.
His wife, Melinda.
New upload. Paki-watch guys sa aking new video. Digna, undawi sa iyong mayroon akong short na video paki-watch. Mayroon ding si video, mayroon siyang premiere. Pakitamsakan guys. Si Sidang, Bruno, magbaba ka ng iyong bahay. Si Noemi nandyan.
And I said to them, yes, I am his wife. And yes, I know that.
Digna, undawi sa iyong aerobics. Bago ba to? Bago pala.
You're missing the biggest point here. That was my mother.
Ikaw ba yung naglalakad? Natulog na ako, Sisi, dahil 12:30 na. Okay, Sisi, pinanood ko lang yung short na video.
So it's got an update. Their theory is that Clarence has developed a hatred for his mother-in-law because the mother-in-law was allegedly interfering in his marriage with Melinda.
There was a woman who said she was Judy's best friend, saying she was present when Clarence Elkins called Judy about a week before the murder and threatened to kill her. That's pretty dangerous stuff.
Police found no physical evidence linking Clarence Elkins to the murder, but the eyewitness testimony placed him at the scene.
They asked me if I would point who hurt me and my grandma out. And
Yeah, see when I click on it?
I remember I had to spin around in this little spinny seat.
Okay, dig na. Matulog na ako. O matulog ka na. Gabi na dyan. Alas 12 na. Maaga pa dito. Alas 6 pa.
Tap here. Update available.
Bawal tayo magpuyat guys sa YT. Mahirap dito magkasakit. Jomar, dance sa'yo.
I broke down. I screamed.
Ayan guys, sinong di nakatusok yan, ibang lahi din ata siya. Pero mayroon siyang YTC.
A little 6-year-old girl who was saying it was wrong with Clarence. Case closed.
But Brooke later said she wasn't sure what or who she saw.
Pakitusukan guys is Super Chatter. Tunis Cattle Live.
Provide hope to millions. Build a lasting peace.
If you need someone, you can't play anything else until later.
Why? What happened?
He wants to play like Gorilla Tag, Rec Room shit, but he can't because there's no internet because his Oculus needs to update. Problem is, the Oculus can't update because the internet here sucks.
Indeed, you do.
Well, it says he's connected now. Here. Here, it says you're connected.
Your job description. Visit Indeed.com/.
Yeah, it says you're connected.
Attention! Did you have Medicare? Did you know that you may qualify to get up to $144 added back to your Social Security check every month? It's easy to see if you're eligible. Just call the Go Medicare Benefits Help Center at 800-796-7056. In addition to receiving $144 every month, you might also qualify for a $0 Medicare Advantage plan that includes the following benefits: dental, including fillings, exams, and dentures; vision, including exams, frames, lenses, and even contacts; hearing, including hearing aids and batteries; and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost. The Go Medicare Benefits Help Center is open now at 800-796-7056. Hold the call and the consultation are 100% free with absolutely no obligation to enroll. Call the Go Medicare Benefits Help Center now at 800-796-7056. That's 800-796-7056.
When they're sick, they get comfortable anywhere and spread germs everywhere. Wherever they rest, protection. Nothing kills more viruses, including the COVID-19 virus, on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
Hi, folks. Medicare open enrollment is simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, the agent will look up your zip code to see if you're able to eliminate copays and get Part C benefits like prescriptions and expanded coverage for your dental work at no extra cost. 3, they'll check if you're eligible to get money added to your Social Security check up to $1,700 a year. Call to check your zip code.
I called to check my zip code.
I called to eliminate copays.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to get money added to my Social Security check.
Millions of people have trusted the Medicare coverage helpline. You can too. Call the 800 number on your screen to check your zip code. Don't miss the deadline. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-871-8200. That's 1-800-871-8200 now.
Based on the eyewitness testimony of a 6-year-old girl, Clarence Elkins was convicted of killing his mother-in-law and for the sexual assault and attempted murder of his niece.
The police that very morning searched Clarence's car for blood, for hair fibers, for different things, not a trace. The car was fine. Searched his house, even to the point of searching the drains of his shower for blood and particles and things of that nature. Came up completely clean.
Clarence's wife, Melinda, was sure that her niece Brooke was mistaken when she identified Clarence as the man who attacked her. After all, she was only a child at the time, and the house was dark.
Shocked. I mean, to think that you can convict someone on ID testimony, let alone a 6-year-old child, with no physical evidence to back it up. How can this happen?
Sure enough, 4 years after the murder, Brooke Sutton, now 10 years old, recanted her testimony.
Do you think today that Uncle Clarence was the same?
Thank you very much, guys. Stop! Why are you bothering me? You're not doing that
I
game.
knew I was wrong because I put him in there and I wasn't positively sure.
Melinda petitioned the court for a new trial and was denied.
Stop
Juvie,
doing that.
Juvie, stop fucking with your husband.
And decided to conduct her own investigation, creating a list of all known criminal
I didn't bother you when you played.
I wish you would bother me.
And she also sought
didn't
help
bother
from an
me.
expert on wrongful
Okay, when you
convictions, Martin Yan. Together, they pored over the case file and discovered some important pieces of information. First, the witness who testified, Clarence Elkins, threatened Judy Johnson's
Stay
life
tuned,
during
guys.
telephone
Dyan
call.
lang. Ayan, guys, si Tony, guys.
Claimed Judy called 911
Ayan, ang mga
to police.
member ko na sa baba, guys.
Ever called 911.
Dyan si Family String Recovery. Shout out sa'yo.
It's obvious no some call had been made.
And they also discovered that the coroner took vaginal swabs from Judy Johnson during the autopsy. On those swabs, lab tests found a substance called acid phosphatase,
You might run to the gas
an
station.
enzyme found in the male prostate gland. But those swabs were never
Right.
tested for DNA.
Can't vape it here, man.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Can't vape it here.
technology and forensic
Yeah.
science
Woo!
is constantly improving.
Stop doing that,
6
sir.
years after the
Oh,
murder,
Woo!
Elkins received permission
What does this
from
mean?
the court to test the swab
What does this
taken
mean?
from her
I don't
mother's
know.
autopsy.
You're being
The forensic
retarded.
lab
Means I'm
was able to
naked, baby?
identify a DNA profile from
Gago
that
yan.
swab. As
Hello,
Melinda
Diamond,
always
sir.
Maybe
Hello.
you should take your pants off too. We could have some fun.
belonged to Clarence Elkins.
Don't doing that, Jordan.
We knew.
It's a pair of pants.
Yeah.
You can't see my TT.
We didn't know the name of it.
Gago, don't put that there. I cut your itlog now.
So
You
for the
ain't gonna
I
second
hear
cut
my
your
itlog.
bulog.
Melinda Elkins petitioned the court for a new trial.
Stop putting your
Prosecutors
bulog
argued
there before
that the
it's gonna
DNA
cut it
results were
down.
unreliable since the swab might have been contaminated. And the
Alam mo na yung
judge
asawa ko
agreed,
pasaway.
refusing to grant Clarence a new trial.
And I was livid. How dare they? And do they want me to hand them the killer on a silver platter? Okay, that's what we'll do.
So now, Melinda decided to take the next step.
My shorts.
She would conduct her own forensic investigation. To learn how to go about it, she discovered the world of forensic television.
I think initially what attracted me to Forensic Files was when I first turned it on, there was this big, loud voice of murder and blah, 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 town.
My shorts.
Forensic Files investigators. And I thought, I'm going to watch that.
What are you doing?
I learned how to gather DNA, how to do it. There was a lot of different episodes that I watched that kind of put everything together.
Melinda decided to take her list of the convicted criminals living in the mother's neighborhood and directed to collect their DNA samples for testing. Melinda followed these men to local bars and restaurants to collect their DNA from anything they might have left behind.
New upload pa what's? Okay, kapatid, on the way. Diamond Catcher, big up shout out. Sino to? May pumasok na naman na isa. Walang profile, guys, so wala yang siyang jacket.
And contributions
May pumasok na walang profile, so hindi ko pwede lagyan.
Melinda hired a private lab to test these items for DNA.
Watching now kay Lalab Digna.
None of the samples
Pa-watch ng aking live short video, guys. Nandiyan binaba ko, nawala na ata.
Oh, you threw them on the floor, you asshole. My shorts are here.
In her heart, that her husband did not
Dick.
and she was
Watching now kay Love Digna. Si Digna, guys, natulog na kasi Nandyan dito yung bahay mo. Sidang, good morning, good evening, good morning dyan. Binaba ko kanina. Tusukan niyo guys si Tony.
We may never know what happened to Jim Padula.
Paki-watch kay Tony guys. Nagbaba siya ng bahay.
Rybelsus works differently than any other diabetes pill to lower blood sugar in all three of these ways. Increases insulin when you need it, decreases sugar, and slows food. The majority of people taking Rybelsus lowered their blood sugar and reached an A1C of less than 7. People taking Rybelsus lost up to 8 pounds. Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rybelsus if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Rybelsus and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rybelsus with sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead
Yeah, that store right there is open 24 hours. You want some?
Wake up to what's possible.
Water right there. Not water.
You may pay as little as $10 per prescription. Ask your healthcare provider about Rybelsus today.
Miguel Love shout out sa lahat.
It's changing every day. Every part of the way. I wonder impossible to ignore. Impossible to ignore.
Domino's new oven-baked dips are so new that we made a new commercial about their newness. Try new flavors like our cheesy marinara, baked apple, or hot melty 5 cheese with our not new but still delicious twists. Carry out Domino's new oven-baked dips and twist combos or any 4-topping pizzas for $7.99 each.
Nurse Mariam Sabo knows a moment this pure to demand a lotion this pure. New Gold Bond Pure Moisture Lotion. 24-hour hydration. No parabens, dyes, or fragrances. Gold Bond. Champion your skin.
It's my 310, no exit in sight, migraine medicine. It's Ubrelvy. For any time, anywhere migraine strikes, without worrying if it's too late or where I am. One dose can quickly stop my migraine in its tracks within 2 hours.
Unlike older medicines, Ubrelvy is a pill that directly blocks CGRP protein, believed to be a cause of
Oh,
migraine.
Ginoo, bakit may mga ganito?
Inhibitors. Most common side effects are nausea and tiredness.
Ask about Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
Celebrate everyday people doing extraordinary things. To help your favorite heroes, vote now at cnnheroes.com with 10 votes a day every day.
For years, Clarence Elkins sat in prison for a crime he claimed he didn't do, while his wife, Melinda, worked continuously to free him.
So she endured tremendous skepticism and insults along the way. People feel that somehow something publicity hall.
The prosecutors wanted to portray me as just some dumb old hick from the country who was, trying to get this publicity and have my name out there and my face shown on TV as being my particular.
Ang lakas ng TV. Wala, copyright yung aabot ko nito. Teka guys, copyright na naman ako nito. Anong nangyari dito?
But that wasn't all. Now, Melinda understood why her niece Josephine was forced to sit outside the neighbor's house for nearly an hour after the attack. Because the home belonged to Earl Mann and his common law wife.
It was like a light bulb went off in my head, and I'm thinking, is this too unreal or not? What would be a normal person's reaction?
Bakit napindot ko yung ano?
Was saying the grandma has been killed and were bloody and a mess. What would be what her reaction was?
Wala, ano nangyari yung guys? Na napindot ata. Tayka. Na-copyright na naman ako. Done watching, Tony.
Using tricks she learned from forensic files, Melinda first tried to get his saliva.
I started writing the next letter. I gave him a brief description of what I looked like, which is totally different than what I wanted, what I really looked like. And just that I was kind of a lonely person, and I was searching around for pen pals.
And what her objective aim was to see if she could get saliva on the envelope flap if he were to write back to her. What an amazing effort to try to get someone through that.
I never received a letter.
Then Melinda discovered that Mann was not only in the same prison as her husband Clarence, but their cells were fairly close.
Come to find out that Cocaine was in the same pod as Clarence, it's the same housing pod, which probably consisted of 35 people.
So Melinda decided to involve Clarence in the investigation using another technique she learned from television. How to collect some
They were getting started trash, started cigarette cups out of the trash after they'd been thrown away. So I knew at that point that it no longer belongs to you, you discard it.
Melinda told Clarence to follow Earl Mann with a clean tissue and baggie on hand at all times. Clarence did as instructed. And one day, he watched as Earl Mann left a cigarette butt in a clean ashtray.
He picked her up with the tissue, put it in the baggie.
Aris, Dan, on the way sa'yo, kapatid. Watching now sa yung husband and daughter breakfast. Anong luto yung breakfast mo, Aris? Para ang sarap niya.
Earl Mann's DNA matched the bodily fluid on the swab in her mother's autopsy.
Oh my God, my hands went up in the air and I'm like, oh. And then the very next instant, it was, that is the person who made my mom. I now know for sure. Which was difficult.
But amazingly, the court denied her motion for a new trial yet again. So, to free her husband, Melinda had to do one last thing.
Yo, you ready?
Dances Aris sa almusal. What's now, Aris, sa iyong husband-daughter breakfast? Pakilab-lab, guys, yung aking short video. Ang sakit ng likod ko, guys. Tayka, manood mo na ako. Ang alam ko, maano na naman to. Copyright. Kasi ang lakas ng TV kanina. Ang sarap naman yan, kapatid. Anong ulam yan? Puro pres ang kinain mo. Kaya vitamins, kaya malakas yung katawan nila kasi puro gulay. Thank you, kapatid Dan, watching Ares Vlog. Pakilab-lab guys si video ng kanyang short video guys nasa baba. Pakilablaban yung nasa taas guys. Namigay ng grasya yan siya kasi December na. Paki-watch na lang ang kanyang video. Nagbibigay siya kasi ano na, December. Kaya wag niyong kalimutan yung nakapin sa taas. Ipanood nyo kahit 2 minuto lang. 3 minuto. Bakit nag-X yung subscriber ko dito?
I called to save money. I called to check my goal. I called to get everything I deserve. Don't miss the enrollment period deadline. Call now. It's free. Call 1-800-551-9917. That's 1-800-551-9917 now. Lies, crimes, and video. New episodes tonight at 10.
After 6 long years of trying to prove Clarence Elkin's innocence, his wife Melinda and her representatives decided to bypass the local judicial process and go to the top, the Attorney General for the state of Ohio.
A prosecutor has a first obligation to do justice. And the more I looked at this case, the more I felt that there could be justice.
Attorney General Petro knew that the state had ways to either prove or disprove this notion that Earl Mann's DNA was somehow falsified, and he didn't hesitate to use it.
We have Earl Mann's DNA in our databases because we take DNA from everything that we found. So we had his DNA. We did confirm that it did match directly with the DNA taken from the crime scene.
In December of 2005, more than 6 years after he was wrongfully convicted, Clarence Elkins was a free man.
It's just a time of joy and happy tears.
Sadly, even though Melinda was responsible for Clarence's freedom, their marriage did not survive the ordeal. They divorced shortly after he was released.
It's just simply part of the devastated state that has been put on us. That was our marriage. It's gone. To no fault. But to the state, I think.
He never blamed me. Clarence never blamed me. And I really would have blamed myself if I were him. Because I'd be angry if someone put me in prison for something that I didn't do.
Prosecutors believe Earl Mann's target the night of the murder was Brooke Sutton, but her grandmother woke up, fought to protect her, and paid with her life. Brooke saw Mann briefly before running away. He then assaulted her and left her for dead. The next morning, when Brooke
Ewan ko anong may napindot ata ako sa white.
she ended up on the doorstep of the man who tried to kill her just a few hours earlier.
The DNA evidence against Earl Mann, it is overwhelming. It's compelling. It's as absolute
as you can possibly get in a criminal case, as far as I've ever seen.
In August of 2008, Earlman pled guilty to the rape and murder of Judy Johnson and will spend an additional 55 years in prison. Melinda now spends her time working for the Ohio Innocence Project, still fighting for people who have been wrongfully convicted.
Had Melinda not had the faith and the drive to see this through, to create the stir, to create the momentum, Clarence Hopkins would still be in prison.
And I think that with the show and Forensic Files and all the experts that you have that come on the show and give details of how this works is another phenomenal thing that people need to pay attention to, because this can happen to them.
Without Melinda's efforts,
Bakit nagkaganito to? Nag-X yung ano ko guys. Teka. Buksan ko dito sa ano ko.
Up next, a college co-ed is left for dead in a lover's lane.
Was consistent with her being struck at the same time.
There were plenty of suspects, but very few answers.
the sample approval originated from 40% of the population.
Was it a random murder or jealousy?
If you couldn't have it, nobody else could.
For decades, the case went unsolved until now.
It was a cold-blooded killer.
I wanted to stop.
Ano to?
At the end of a long day in May of 1984, a farmer in
No.
documented his suffering.
We noticed some clothing flying in the field. There was actually a body lying there.
The victim was a young girl wearing only a bra. Her body was covered with 2 pairs of jeans and a dark jacket. One pair of jeans was hers.
Hala, anong nangyari? Nabuksan ko yung business dito.
Also, there was a black jacket across her body with a sleeve highlighted.
Bakit nilagay ko yung ano?
A pair of panties that she was clutching in her right hand.
Baka maano ako dito.
Was 18-year-old Laura Sam, a local college student.
And such a horrible one.
The autopsy revealed Laura Salmon died of blunt force trauma to the head. The murder weapon appeared to be the rocks found near her body.
Blood on those rocks and other material was consistent with her being struck up to 10 times in the head with those rocks.
The medical examiner found evidence that Laura had consensual sex sometime before the murder, most likely unrelated to the crime.
Who knew that this family had been involved in a criminal relationship with someone within the 24 or 48 hours prior to her death? There were no injuries that would be consistent with forceful rape.
On the men's jeans found in Laura's body, scientists found semen from a different individual, presumably the killer. Earlier that day, Laura worked as a cashier's job at the Kroger grocery store. Records show she left the store around 1 p.m. She was supposed to be at an appointment at Middle Tennessee State University, but she never arrived.
She was supposed to go into campus to check on her grades and meet some of the office personnel over there. After that, she was supposed to go to her grandmother's house to go camp.
Investigators found Laura's car near the store, miles away from the murder site. Investigators found no fingerprints in the car, but they did find a foreign hair. They also found dirt in the wheel wells.
The FBI labs determined that they were consistent and that the high probability that that vehicle had been on that road.
Ano ginagalaw ko dito? Ewan ko, di ko na alam.
Laura's friend and had been out with her a few nights before the murder.
After she got to school, we wound up going to the movies on Sunday, May 27th, 1984, and saw Matt Movie show Natural Rocky up there.
At the funeral,
Dan Goodman promised Laura's mother that he'd help find the killer. What they really needed was to find the owner of the man's dream.
Programs of violence is brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
May nagalaw ako guys. Teka. Dances shirt video. Thank you, Sidang. May nagalaw ako dito guys sa YT ko. Ayan, nag-ano siya. Di ko alam ba nagkaganon.
Get your TV together. The best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream. Hi, folks. Medicare open enrollment is simple. One, call the number on your screen. Two, the agent will look up your zip code to see if you're able to eliminate copays and get part-time benefits like prescription and expanded coverage for your dental work at no extra cost. Three, well, simply if you're eligible to get money added to your Social Security check up to $1,700 a year. Call or check your zip code. I call to check my zip code.
I called to eliminate copays.
I called to get money added on Social Security. Millions of people are trusting the Medicare coverage helpline. You can too. Call the 800 number on your screen to check your zip code. Don't miss the deadline. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-871-8200. That's 1-800-871-8200 now.
What's my safe life story? My truck is my life.
Hey,
So when my wife says that, the expertise safe part on that is right to with service I could trust. Right, girl?
naka-X yung notification ba? Nagkagano. Napindot ko ata guys. May ilitin ko dito. Bakit nagkaganito akong gabing ito?
Closed captioning brought to you by Gill. Visit Gill.com today for up to 70% off designer brands.
Gill.com with insider access to cover designers like Valentino, Cook, and Lou at up to 70% off retail prices. Visit Gill.com today.
Wala naman. Bakit yung bill niya naka-X? Yung may na ko sa taas guys. Napindot. Naka-public ba si Dang yung ko video?
The first suspect police interviewed was Laura's high school boyfriend, Kyle Kelly. He had a reputation as the jealous type, but claimed he had an alibi.
Kyle Kelly's alibi had been that his stepfather was a witness to the fact.
Hindi ko alam kung naka-public guys.
Next, a woman in Nashville, Tennessee, 40 miles away, called police with a possible lead. She claims she's been date raped by a man named John Taylor, and during the ordeal, Taylor mentioned Laura's murder. The alleged victim says that her actress had threatened her about saying he would do the same thing as her as he had to Laura, or words to that effect.
When questioned by police, Taylor denied the sexual assault and denied mentioning Laura Salmon's name. However, a background check revealed Taylor attended the same university Laura did.
He was a member of the same health club. He attended the same fraternity gatherings, functions as Laura.
And Taylor was near the university on the day of Laura's compared Taylor's hair to a foreign hair they found inside Laura's car.
We received a report back from the FBI that the hair recovered from her vehicle was consistent with John Taylor.
At the time, mitochondrial DNA testing of human hair was still years away, so it was impossible to know for certain if this was Taylor's hair.
We could never get that one key piece of evidence that could place him with Laura Salmon on the day of the murder.
And the men's jeans found at the murder scene had a waist size of 30 inches and a 36-inch inseam, too big for Taylor. Ultimately, investigators concluded a single hair was not enough to charge him with murder.
Through all of that evidence, pointed to him, there was still no smoking gun, nothing to actually tie them together.
And there were other suspects too. In all, police investigated over 100 other suspects with no success.
I made a promise to her at her grave that I see that justice was done. I didn't really know how I would carry out that promise, but that's the last thing I could do.
But Lady Mackey's promise went unfulfilled, and 16 long years passed. In the meantime, Van Goodwin began a career that would eventually lead to law enforcement.
After graduation, I became a newspaper reporter, first at the Shelbyville paper, and then I moved quickly to the Daily News in Murfreesboro, where I became a police reporter in short order. I wrote a series on unsolved murders in 1987 and included Laura's case. But all along,
Oh, thank you, Sisi. Sidang Lais, nagbaba ng bahay, guys.
I didn't become a law enforcement
Yung ano, may ano sa taas, guys.
so I was quite happy.
Naka-public ba? Guys, good night. Ayusin ko muna yung white ko. Ewan ko may napindot ata ako. I-off ko muna, guys.